Abdullah, thank you for sitting down with Breaking Travel News here at Arabian Travel Market.
Welcome to Abu Dhabi.
It's great to be here. So first of all, let's have a little bit of context. How are the numbers? How's the performance?
I think we had a great performance last year. We saw an increase in international hotel guests in Abu Dhabi, 7% year on year. We are very much aligned with our expectation in terms of the 2030 strategy. So a couple of years ago, we refreshed our strategy. We defined the market that we want to go after, and we clearly looked at initiative that would drive that move. So to see that within 2 years, we are basically hitting every target that we set for the year, and see the growth that we also seen in Q1. We announced that in Q1 we have welcomed more than 1.4 million hotel guests into the destination. Our ADR have increased by more than 20%, RevPAR by more than 25%. It's for many destinations, it's not easy to continue to grow in terms of occupancy, while you also maintain your high ADR and RevPAR. But Abu Dhabi is one of those destinations that accepted that challenge. Our stakeholders today are happy, and we are happy about the performance we've seen here today.
Congratulations, that's a really incredible achievement. Tell me a little bit about sort of the destination and the product offering and the innovation coming through that's really helping you achieve those sorts of numbers.
So I usually like to say that every tourist, every visitor that comes to Abu Dhabi finds a new horizon in Abu Dhabi. Whether it's through art, culture, live entertainment, sport, we've given them all the reason to consider Abu Dhabi as a destination. But what we do very, very well as well is how do you position our culture and tradition as the center of that stage of everything that we can offer. From a strategy point of view, and when we look at how do we wanted to that strategy to drive visitation, we first looked at where is our footprint today. There are markets that we've been doing very well. Our stakeholders are well established in it. Be in the UK market, be in the German market, the French, Italian, Indian, and China. But to sustain that growth between now and 2030, there was a need for us to also develop more markets. So we've been focusing in the last 2 years on developing markets such as regions such as the CIS region, the Central and East Europe, the South East Asia market. So in the last couple of months, we've been having activities in Poland, in Kazakhstan. We are opening an office in Japan. All of these initiatives are all toward that objective that we set to ourselves. We are very laser focused on that vision 2030, and we are taking the right milestone to achieve it.
And in the destination itself, you've been very busy. Perhaps tell us a little bit about some of the new developments and some of the innovations as well.
Well, when we look at the development, a week ago we opened Team Lab Phenomena. It's an immersive art and culture experience that we collaborated with the artists in Japan. Opened last week. A lot of interest from travel trade partners that we met already. So many fam trips that we are organizing. We want to show people how we are redefining immersive art and culture. And there is, I'm encouraging everyone to come and experience it. The vision of Saadiyat culture is coming to life. People have always experienced the Louvre, people have experienced the Abrahamic House, but it's now time to also experience Team Lab. Our participation at ATM this year is to also promote Saadiyat culture this year. So in addition to Team Lab, we are soon to open the Abu Dhabi Natural History Museum. We are making great progress in terms of Zayed National Museum, and we are on track with Guggenheim Museum. One of the new stakeholders we had on the stand this year is the Butterfly Garden. So it's one more things to do in Abu Dhabi. Very much aligned with what we wanted to deliver to the world in terms of our campaign last year. 100 things to do in Abu Dhabi. I'm afraid that list is gone beyond what I can personally track now.
I think you're closer to adding a zero to that number.
Of course.
From a technology perspective as well, you've been very busy.
Absolutely. So we announced yesterday that Abu Dhabi will have a project for facial recognition. When today in Abu Dhabi, innovation is It's not something. Let me say, innovation is expected. We are in a region where the leadership have very very high expectation, and we are always expected to be 2-3 step ahead of any competition in the market. So we always compete with ourselves when it comes to innovation. We announced that we are doing a trial project of having facial recognition in 10 hotels in Abu Dhabi, and we want to see what will be the feedback of the guests. Is it something that they will like and it's going to make their experience seamless? Is it going to basically reduce the waiting time at checklist? The most important thing today is that we look at visitor experience as a layer in every decision that we make in Abu Dhabi. So bringing innovation and technology and mixing it up with a very good visitor experience is something we always expect from Abu Dhabi.
And of course now the new airport is really coming on, and again lots of innovation there. That connectivity and that friction sort of visitor experience. You're developing autonomous vehicles to pick you up from the airport, really driving that. And I believe also back to the more than 100 things to do in Abu Dhabi, you've also launched a new product proposition for tourists when they're there, the pass.
Yes, so one of the things we looked at when we defined the strategy is the destination offering as well. And with destination offering, the offering need to be seamless, need to be accessible, need to be digital, because this is where the audience are looking for. So we wanted to launch a pass which is non-traditional, seamless. You can basically download it from any mobile app. We created different version of it. So there is the standard Abu Dhabi pass, there is a stopover pass, there is an Etihad pass as well that comes along with it. The idea itself is, we want you to have a one-stop shop to have access to different attractions, but do it, experience it at your own time in a way that is very affordable to every visitor to Abu Dhabi. The number of downloads that we see, the number of passes that been sold on the platform have basically been very much aligned with our expectation.
And looking forward, let's talk about the future a little bit. And I know we've only got a short amount of time, and this could be a very long list, but tell us a little bit about sort of what we could be hoping to expect next.
So everything in terms of whether it's innovation, whether it's looking at visitor experience as a center of the attention, whether it's at launching and introducing new products and attraction and hotels. The most important thing I would say is that the strategy is very, very ambitious, and delivering what we deliver so far in such a short time just says that we open to ourselves a new horizon and we raise the bar in terms of the expectation from the leadership. So with that higher expectation, I'm very proud to say that we are in a city and an emirate that we've been very supported by the leader that match that higher expectation with every resources that we need to deliver on those expectations.
Abdullah, thank you so much for joining us today.
Justin, thank you so much. Thank you for your time.